Welcome back to the podcast. It is episode 6 and we are rocking and rolling in the funkiest tie you've ever seen in your life. I've got lip plumping gloss on. I can barely feel my mouth, but I look slay. Today I want to talk about inspiring the next generation. But first, a life update. What have I been up to? Well, I actually have music to release. Who would have thought? I was going through some old folders and I found these files on my computer that I completely forgot about. And it's from a performance I did at Coventry Pride last year. Completely live, acoustic, so it's just me with a guitar and vocals, my guitarist and keys, and yeah, I'm gonna release it. A live acoustic EP of, I think it's like 7 songs, although 2 of the songs won't be on streaming because they're covers, but I'm gonna see if I can put them on Bandcamp. So yeah, I'm actually releasing something, so keep an eye out for that very, very soon. I just think that it's fun to do live versions, to release live versions of songs. I've had a couple people tell me that they really, really want like full band live versions of songs because they hit different, which I agree with. But that's not coming just yet. But a live acoustic EP, I think it's nice to hear how I like change the songs up live and like for an acoustic, intimate audience. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for new things coming soon. And then another life update, I have a gig, a big gig. Northampton Bloody Music Festival is happening on Sunday the September. It's happening on September the 6th, which is a Sunday. So, September 6th. And I'm going to be playing it at 6 p.m. I'm going to be on the main stage. It's free entry. It's a really, really good festival. There's so many stages all across Northampton of different types. There's like a acoustic stage, a rock stage, a rap stage. There's so many, I can't even think of them all. So definitely check out Northampton Music Festival. It just happens in the centre of town. More details on their Instagram. And I'm going to be playing it at 6 p.m. with the band. Super, super, super excited. I haven't played it in 2 years, I think. The last time I played it, I didn't even have the EP out, yeah, so a while ago, but I can't remember when. But I love it. It's so fun. The last time I played it, May Stevens headlined. So yeah, it was the one before the last one, because People was last time. Buzzing. This time we've got Alfie Castley headlining, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be really good. Free entry. Come on down. See me at 6 p.m. Go and grab some nosh and then come back for all the other acts. Simple. That is the life update over. For today's main topic, like I said, we're going to be talking about inspiring the youth. Now, it sounds so dramatic and weird when I say it like that. Basically, I played Twinfest, which is another Northampton festival. They platform artists to be able to go to France and Germany and perform at festivals over there, and I got to go to France last year, so I got to play it again this year in Northampton, second from headline, and it was so amazing. It was such a good performance. I could not hear myself at all, so I was literally guessing what vocals I was doing. I was running entirely off of muscle memory. When I say I can't hear anything at all, I mean it, like literally nothing. But it was so fun. It was so fun. The crowd were loud. Yeah, it was really, really good. And we made sure to go to every single day of the event and try and see as much of it as possible and hang out with the German band and the French band. And we really got such an amazing experience out of this year's Twinfest. And on top of that, I had loads of little girls coming up to me. There was girls dressed like me. There was girls giving me gifts. Someone gave me, I've still got it, it's like a little ring that barely fits on my finger, and it's like got a huge flower on it, a little gift for me. And she was dressed just like me in like a glittery tutu and butterfly clips, and it makes me really emotional. There was girls telling me that they wanted to be me when they grow up. There was teenage girls telling me that they're in bands and that I'm their biggest inspiration for their band. Like they're a singer in a band and they want to be like me. And parents coming up to me and thanking me for being a role model for their daughters. It was kind of overwhelming and I cried a lot when I got home. I don't know, it's so strange. I think you get so caught up in this sometimes, you know, on like the streams or how well something did, or I should have got a better gig, or I should have done this. Like you can get lost in it so much. But I'm telling you, I've had a couple little girls come up to me before Twinfest and I know that they want to go and study music, or they are obsessed with me, which is really cute. But like Twinfest was something else, just like the sheer scale of how many people there were. It was amazing, and I think it just makes me realize that I'm not making music for just myself anymore, because for so long I will just make a project and be like, yeah, I want to make this for me. Sadhead was very much that, Girlhood was very much that, whereas now like there's like actually people watching me and it like means something to people, which is really, really hard to get my head around, but so nice. You know, I was like one of, I think it was like 2 women on the lineup for Twinfest. Like representation genuinely matters, and this is the proof of it mattering. For so long, I've spoken about it before on here, like I was a fangirl. I would go to gigs and obsess over boy bands, and they were always men, always. And then I got into Fifth Harmony and I got to see like women on stage, but still it was like there was a very specific way to be a woman in pop, and there still is. You know, dancing, singing, dressing scantily clad, most likely. And you're kind of expected to do just this thing. And even though it was lovely looking up to those women and being like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I know that's not the way that I wanted to do it, but that was all I could see at the time before I got into like indie music. So to being a young girl in an audience, you are so impressionable, and I think a lot of men will take it for granted because, you know, they see themselves represented all the time, so they don't really have to think about this. But I remember looking at musicians and thinking like, I want to do that, and that's what led me onto this path. And now there's little girls looking at me and thinking the exact same thing. Oh, it's just so lovely. I'm so glad that I get to be that person for them. Like, you know, I was just playing a gig. You get really used to playing gigs. I was just doing what I always do, but you know, you never know who's watching, and to someone else, you're showing them that they can do it too. They can do this. Like, you can do this if you're a woman. Who'd have thought? I've talked about misogyny on this podcast before, you know, like constantly pushing through the noise of men saying you're not good enough or giving you advice, and like not getting on lineups and then looking at lineups and there's like one woman on the lineup. But like having an experience like Twinfest really reminds me of why I do this. If I can make one girl watch me and think that she belongs on that stage, then all of this is worth it. All the misogyny and trouble and heartache, it's all worth it, because we're like carving out, I'm helping carve out spaces for women by encouraging more women to do music with bands. It's just, I love it so much. I can't describe the feeling. I've always thought that I'm quite bad at talking to children. So when this first started happening to me, I used to panic a little bit, but I can't explain the feeling of someone dressing like you and giving you a gift and saying that she wants to be like you, and then standing at the front and dancing the whole time and singing even though you don't really know the words. Oh, it's just incredible. It's so incredible, and I'm so thankful and proud of myself that I've gotten to this point, because a long time ago it would have felt impossible. This is really difficult, and I'm coming from a place of like no money, no connections. I'm building it up, I'm clawing my way up, and I've gotten to a point now where I'm reaching the audience that I want to reach and inspiring them, and it's all just bloody lovely. It's all just lovely. I'm so proud of myself and I'm really happy. Twinfest was amazing. And if you're a woman or a non-man making music, keep going. Like, keep making music, keep taking up space, making opportunities for yourself and for other people, interacting with other female or non-men musicians and creating those spaces and supporting each other, because you don't know you have no idea who you're inspiring in the crowd. You have no idea who's watching and who's gonna take one of your performances as like a core memory forever and do music. You don't have to be like a huge artist to be someone's role model. You can be my size, and it turns out I'm some people's role models. The hell, that can't be good for anyone, for me to be someone's role model. Just make sure they don't watch this podcast. Eee! A lot of swearing in it. Maybe I should be a bit more family friendly. We all know that is not gonna happen. That cannot happen. Okay, moving on to Chronically Online. This month, we're not talking about pop culture. We're only talking about music, because there was approximately 10 million gazillion albums released this month. Well, between filming episodes. So we're going to just do like a big music review section, if that pleases you. I hope so. You can click off if it doesn't. Okay. Number 1, Ariana Grande, Petal. Ariana, I've said it before, I love her so much, and I've loved her since I was like 13. Since like 13, I've been here. I'm a true stan, okay? So very excited whenever she releases an album, especially considering, her and SpongeBob broke up again. Yes. But she is back with her ex. Whether that's a good thing or not, he's still the hottest ex that she ever had. So on the album, the thing that we actually are allowed to talk about, I really like it. It's not my favourite. It's a good album though. It's like a really good blend of where she, like her albums before and like where she's at now. You've got some Thank You Next vibes on there. Don't mind me yawning. I'm boring myself. You've got some Thank You Next vibes on there. You've got like a lot of the Eternal Sunshine is carried over. But it's got super cool production, Really, really cool production. That's my favorite thing about the album. There's a lot of like haunting, interesting, like they sound like raindrops. If I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but the production is very, very cool. There's some really cool choices on there, but I do think it falls flat on the songwriting a little bit. Like there's no major hits on there. There's no songs that I'm like, yes, this is it. This is a banger. Hate That I Made You Love Me is quite fun. Petal, I guess, but none of them are like hits. So I think the songwriting's a little bit flat on that front. And also just like Max Martin. I don't like songs that Max Martin does. You know, it just stinks of him. So in terms of ranking, Dangerous Woman. So look, I don't think any Ariana albums are bad. They're all good. So when I say my least favourite, it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just my least favourite. So Dangerous Woman is my least favourite Ariana album. And then Petal, the new one, places just above that. Unfortunately, maybe it'll win me over a bit. It took me a while to like Eternal Sunshine, and now that's like tied with my favourite album. So maybe it'll grow on me, but it's a good album, but it's not my fave. My favourite song, Petal or Big Feelings, I think. I did have Freak on there as well, but I really don't like the bridge to Freak. I like everything else about Freak quite a lot. But Petal and Big Feelings, really cool production and just like fun songs. My least favourite song is Bad Thing, brackets, Bunny Hop. It's not a bad song. It just does not feel like Ariana Grande at all. It's like indie. It's like akin to the new Olivia Rodrigo album. But it also just like stinks of Max Martin. So I'm not a massive fan of that. It kind of sounds like that like 2020 era of what was it? There was that song that was about like that interpolated or sampled like, hey there, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. What is it? Oh yeah, I'm a rebel just for kicks, man. I'm in it since 1966, man. That thing. That's the vibe that Bad Thing Bunny Hop gives me. Right, it's just like that era of pop. I don't enjoy it. Overall rating for the album, 8 out of 10. That is a very good rating. I'm a harsh critic. 8 out of 10 is good. Okay? Please do not give me hate in the comments when I inevitably clip this and get the whole Ariana Grande fandom on my back. 8 out of 10 is a good score. There's way worse on this list. Okay. Therapy at the Club by Flo. I am a big Flo fan. I think Flo are amazing. They are definitely the... Why am I yawning? Why am I yawning so much? Ugh. They're definitely the best girl group right now. Vocally incredible. The arrangements that they do, amazing. The riffs they do, amazing. And I bloody loved their first album, 8. The intro with Cynthia Erivo, like literally not one skip on that album. It's such a good album and I recommend you listen to it if you haven't. So this is their second album, I'm pretty sure. Therapy at the Club. I don't think it's as good as their first. Unfortunately, I loved their first so much. And the first album felt like more of a concept. Like it felt like an album. So hard to explain, but it had like a general sound. The Cynthia Erivo intro was really like interesting. It felt like a moment, whereas this album to me kind of feels just like we've written some songs and we've put them on an album, you know, like the label wanted a new album, so we've done one. It didn't really feel like a whole thing, which I really enjoy in albums. I think it was too long and there's too many skips on there First album, 0 skips. This album, too many skips. But it's still good. It's still a good album. It's not awful, in my opinion. But it's not as good as that first. My favourite song is Remedied. Oh, that gets me feral. So good. The music video is great for it as well. My least favourite is Pose. I hate Pose. It's not even a least favourite, it's a hate. I think it sucks. I get what they were going for. I don't think it works. I just think that it sounds goofy with their accents, and they didn't do enough to check. If you don't know, I never know, is it sample or interpolate? Anyway, they use the melody and the lyric, no, just the melody of Pump Up the Jam. Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stomping. Okay, banger. Let me get the lyrics to Pose up so I can do this justice. I think if you're gonna do Pump Up the Jam, you gotta do it justice. Oh yeah, it's Juicy J as well. Okay. And in like a British London accent, okay? Pose for the cam, fuck it up. Eyes on me like click, click, and this ass be tilted. Make it hard to focus. Oh, I hate it. It's so cringe. What does ass be tilted mean? What does that mean? I just don't like that at all, and that has been deleted off of my downloaded version of the album so that I never have to listen to that song ever again. Awful. And there's going to be people in the comments that are like, oh, you just don't get it. No, I get it. It's just not good. I get what they were going for, but they just don't. They just need to do something else. There's different ways of doing that, and I don't like it. My overall rating for the Flow album is 6 out of 10. It's above average. It just didn't. I think it was a 7 till I heard Pose. I always think the first half of the album is kind of stacked, and then the second half it just falls off a little bit. Moving on to Yana, Feelings Are Forever. If you don't know who Yana is, I strongly advise you get to know who Yana is. She is incredible. Slightly lesser known, I think, but she's really, really good. I love her EP, Exit Strategy. It's so sick. So I think this is her debut album. I don't know her that well, but I think it might be. It's pretty good. I would say it's slightly repetitive. There's not enough like standout songs. She does this really cool thing that she does in all of her songs that I've listened to anyway, where she uses instruments rhythmically. So she'll use like the chucks on a guitar, or she has a lot of like mandolin or banjo parts that are all like, it's very rhythmic, and they don't often have drums, but it feels like it's got drums. Really cool. It's more like country folk pop, I would say, which I love. I love that she does that, but she does it on every song, every single song apart from like one. So it starts to just get a little bit samey, even though all of the songs are really good. You just start to get a little bit fatigued. Well, I did anyway. But I love her choice of chords. She does really cool melodies as well. My favorite song is Come On, and my least favorite, I don't think that I have one, because they're all similar and they're all like the same level as good. I don't really have like a least favorite. There wasn't one that I was like, this sucks. But my overall rating is a 6 out of 10, same as Flow. It's a really good album, but I think if there was just a bit more variety, it would be like an 8. And I prefer her EP, Exit Strategy. Sorry, Yana, but you should still go and listen to Yana because she's really, really good. Okay, Charli XCX. Charli XCX, what's the album called? Music, Fashion, Film. My God. She is just a genius, isn't she? That was the perfect move to go to after Brat. To have like Brat completely blow up and be this like career-changing, life-changing album for you, and it's all dance, and then to flip and do like a rock dance album. Phenomenal. So smart, because why would you, like, so many artists fall into the trap of just doing the same thing because it works. If she did another version of Brat, it wouldn't be as good as Brat, and then then she'd fall off. But she is doing what she wants to do. She is carving out a space for herself and making her own brand, and I think she's done a brilliant job of it. It's got amazing production and really tongue-in-cheek lyrics, which I've learned a new term I learned at Twinfest. I was talking to someone about music, and they said I do I don't know how to say this, but metamodernism is the term. Basically, apparently I do that very well, which is swinging between irony and sincerity. Charli XCX does it so well, especially on this album. There's some really fun lyrics in there. There's one that I really like about like a Notes app apology, or like it got taken out of context, obviously. She's just so good. Her delivery is perfect. The lyrics are perfect. It's sincere. It's ironic. It's got this humor. It is a masterpiece, and I love it. I absolutely love it. My favorite is SS26 or Wink Wink. Love. Spring Summer 26 is so good. And I really love Wink Wink's production and just like the irony of it, the fun lyrics. It's so good. My least favorite is Persona. I don't remember why I put this as my least favorite, but I think it's just like not as good. It doesn't tickle my pickle, you know? And if it's not tickling my pickle, it gets in the least favorite section. Fantastic album. I did think the bit at the end, I loved the bit at the end with, what's his name? I can't remember. There's a man in it that talks and does a speech, and I thought that was really cool. And then it like repeats at the end. Very sick, but then it goes on too long. And I have a high tolerance for wanky shit like that. And so does my husband. And we both were like, yeah, this has gone on too long. Like, I can't keep listening to this. So I end up always like pausing it before the end. But it's really good. I gave this album a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. And, you know, having 3 men on the covers, on the album cover, is a choice. But 9 out of 10. It's not a perfect album, but it's very damn close. And then I'm going to consult my phone for our final album review, because this one's the most important. Phoebe Bridgers. Phoebe Bridgers is back with a vengeance for me and my mental health. God, I love her. It's been a long time since she released an album. 6 years, I think. Or was it 20? I have a feeling it was 2020. Ooh, don't quote me on that. When she released Punisher. So it's been a long time since she released an album. And it's so good. It's called Lost Weekend, I think. And I have a little review of every single song. But first I'll start you off with my general thoughts. This album is a lot happier than her previous stuff. Well, I guess it's like sort of Strange in the Alps vibes, but it just feels way happier than anything she's done. And like it's very therapy talk, you know? Like you can feel the growth that she has gone through in this period of time. I really, really loved hearing how she feels towards her dad now, you know, because Punisher really gave us like such an insight into that relationship, and for her next album to be about how he's passed away, but she doesn't feel like the same sort of weird hatred that she felt before. She can like think about the things that he's given her, and you know, that pain of putting up a wall between her and her dad has gone. It's really good. You need to listen to it. But I really, really like hearing about that relationship and feeling like it's like a very good progression from her last album, sonically and lyrically. It's very haunting and beautiful and amazing. And I've said, thank you, Bo Burnham, for your service. Thank you, Bo Burnham, for making Phoebe Bridgers happy. Okay. Songs. I would like to preface that none of these songs get a rating of below 6 out of 10 because they're all amazing. Okay, so number 1, The Outside, got an 8 out of 10. Very haunting start to an album, and I really love the strings, which I didn't hear on my first listen because I was in the shower, but on the second listen I was like, these are amazing. Then we go into Lost Boys, which I also gave an 8 out of 10. This was the single, and I love the music video for this. I just love how happy it is. I love how happy this song feels. Kill Me, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The ending is so cool. The production's really cool. It's like, I know the end, but 3 tracks in, so you're like, where are we going to go from here? It's so sick, and I want to cover it, so we'll see if I do that. Then The Governor's Waltz, I gave 7 out of 10. It's very twinkly and lovely, and I really like the random club beat and the countdown that comes in when she talks about the new year. It also kind of reminds me of the waltz from Inside, which is Bo Burnham's thing, if you don't know about that. Then we go into Bobby, 10 out of 10. You can just hear Jack Antonoff on this song. It's very 1975's latest album. Very happy, very fun, and definitely about Bo Burnham. And I love it. And I think it perfectly captures the insane feeling you have when you're falling in love with someone for the first time. And it's like just amazing. And there's this lyric that's like, if you didn't like any of my friends, I'd kill them. Yeah. That's how insane I felt too when I fell in love. So thank you, Phoebe Bridgers. Lost Weekend, 8 out of 10. It reminds me of the Skins intro, for those who know. And I really love the message on that one. Haunted, I gave a 6 out of 10. I love the instrumentation, but it was a little bit weak melodically, in my opinion. Panorama, 6 out of 10. It's an interlude, but it's just not very interesting interlude. Still Standing, 7 out of 10. Very lovely song, but nothing really stuck out to me except that the lyrics and the story are beautiful. Liberty Tree, 7 out of 10. And there's a reference to Graceland 2 in here, which I love. And I think Bo Burnham sings in this, which is cool. Never Going Back, 8 out of 10. Love this one. It's such a fun interlude. I really like how the drums sound and feel so messy, and it just like feels like a random jam in a studio. Very fun. Also, like Maya Hawke co-wrote half of these. What's she doing? I didn't know she did music. That's crazy. Other Plans, 7 out of 10. Lost Parade, 7 out of 10. I Can't Wait, 8 out of 10. As Above, 10 out of 10. Love this song. The start is so haunting and the vocals are so cool. She like belts, I think. It's really, really good. And then Lost Weekend Reprise, 10 out of 10. I've quoted 2 lyrics from this. The government isn't trying to kill you, they just don't care if they kill you. Real. And I fought the wall and the wall won. Ugh. As someone who has a very complicated relationship with their own father, the themes of these songs really hit. I went past the wall and now have a very good relationship with my dad. But for years, as you can probably tell from a lot of my songs, there was a wall. And I find it very hard to listen to, these songs. They make me cry. Amazing. So my top 3 is Bobby, Kill Me, and As Above. And my bottom 3 are Haunted, Panorama, and Still Standing. and I gave this album 9 out of 10. You may be like, why is it not a 10 out of 10, Freya? You just praised it the whole way through. Well, it's not a perfect album. Punisher was a perfect album, and it was like a moment in time. It has a really iconic sound and feel and vibe, and everything is perfect, and I wouldn't skip a single song on there. I probably wouldn't skip any songs on this album, but it's probably a 9.5. It just does not get the 10 out of 10 for me. What are some other examples of a 10 out of 10 album? The 1975's most recent album is a 10 out of 10 album. Ariana Grande's Sweetener is a 10 out of 10 album. Not Sweetener. Whoa. Definitely not Sweetener. Eternal Sunshine is a 10 out of 10 album. I can't think of any others. But that concludes our album reviews. God, there was a lot going on, wasn't there? A lot to go through. Really just been blessed with music this month, so can't complain. Before we finish, I want to give you my recommendations of the month. So for a book, you need to go and read More Than This by Patrick Ness. It's so good. It is basically about death and the afterlife, but not really. So read that. It's really cool. Film, Hoodwinked. I reckon you should go and watch Hoodwinked if you haven't. It's on nothing, so good luck. Except it has been just entirely uploaded onto YouTube for free. So you'll find it there. It's just a classic from childhood. I'd never seen it in childhood, but I watched it as an adult and I'm obsessed with it. 40 years ago, a witch done put a spell on me. You should watch it. It's like a musical. It's got Anne Hathaway in it. It's a retelling of like Little Red Riding Hood, but they do the what is it? Is it Fight Club? No. You go back in time and see the story from everyone's point of view. It's incredible. And then album, no surprises. It's Phoebe Bridgers' Lost Weekend. Go and bloody listen to it because it's a masterpiece. It's a work of art. Okay? Right. So that's it. That's it. I promise I'll stop yapping now. This one's been longer than normal. Thank you for joining me again. This podcast is fun. I like talking. I like getting all dressed up and talking to you about things that, most people aren't talking about, and seeing the proper behind the scenes of being an independent artist. This episode is a little emotional one, talking about the good that I'm putting into the world, which is hard to think about sometimes, and being an actual inspiration to real people. It reminds me of why I'm doing all of this, even when I feel like I'm not doing it right. I'm doing something right, so that is nice. If you are a woman or non-man making music and you're struggling, just keep going. Just keep doing it, because look, it works out eventually. You don't know who's watching. And don't forget, my acoustic live EP will be coming soon. When? I don't know. I'll tell you. And I'm playing Northampton Music Festival on September 6th at 6 p.m. on the main stage. It's completely free. Come and see me. That's it. Okay, love you. Bye. I got horns and open bottles. I got horns that hold my keys.